What's going on, everybody? John Matrix here. Hope you're all having yourselves a wonderful day wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this. We're going to be jumping into the SCP universe here. We're going to check out SCP-2107 Diet Ghost, Euclid Liquid Ghost SCP. I saw this one jump up on my feed and was like, I don't think I've checked this one out before. Liquid Ghost, a ghost in a can or something like that. Sounds intriguing, so I figured we'd check this out. So this is one's by the Vulcan. Links will be down below in the description. Excuse me. Yeah, links will be down below in the description as always to the original video without my commentary interaction and to the Vulcan's channel. So please do me a favor, if you enjoy this video of his, go over there, give it a like. If you enjoy the content he puts out on his channel, hit that sub button if you haven't already. Makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe. So yeah, check out all the stuff. Check out his Patreon. Check out any kind of membership stuff he's got going on. Check out any kind of sponsorship stuff he's got going on. If you want to take your support for his channel to the next level. If you'd like to join us when I do these reactions live as I am right now with my YouTube members, there is a join button underneath the video as well as a link in the description to the YouTube membership benefits and tiers that I offer. So yeah, check those out if you want to take your support for my channel to the next level. Yeah, shouldn't jump into this here. Again, this is SCP-2107 Diet Ghost Euclid Liquid Ghost SCP by the Vulcan. So I guess let's see where this goes and what this is about. Yeah, I wonder how they would test this on a D class, right? They just like open it up and like, what comes out? Is it like a Slimer thing, you know? Is there like ectoplasm that they drink? And then what happens? Do they like burp up little Slimers, or, you know, I don't know.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller,
thirst. Okay.
And the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-2107.
Dr. Miller.
Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. All instances of SCP-2107 are to be stored in a CNSI, compact non-sentient inert containment locker at Site-19.
Like, this seems like this would be a drink that like Wondertainment would come up with or something, you know? That's what I get the vibe from. I feel like this is some kind of like Wondertainment, like holiday themed drink that they would make. Scare your thirst, Diet Ghost. Quench the terror within. You know, I don't know.
Any number of instances may be moved to a refrigerated CNSI unit in advance of experimental trials.
At least it's made with all natural ghosts, you know?
Mobile Containment Task Force Theta-61,
right.
Carbonation-based lifeforms, is responsible for coordinating routine screenings for new instances of SCP-2107.
Carbonation-based life forms. Their ghosts are carbonated? Is that where they're getting with this? They're not just using like sparkling water, carbonated water. They're just straight up blending ghosts and carbon, like the ghosts is their natural carbonated? What? Where is this one going?
And at retail venues, which are considered probable locations for appearance. Newly discovered instances are to be acquired by conventional methods when possible. For larger quantities, or in cases where a retailer's proprietor is deemed likely to become problematic, acquisition protocols 0014, covert theft, 0015, overt theft, and 0047, impersonation of federal agency.
So they just have protocols of, you know, steal stuff covertly when you can, steal stuff overtly when you can, and if that doesn't work, we're just going to send the feds in and take it. Why not just send the feds in and take it to begin with and just not worry about it?
May be utilized with...
I mean, you got the little Men in Black, you know, zapper, memory zapper thing. Just use that on them.
Authorization from staff with security clearance 3-2107 or higher. Individuals exposed to the anomalous properties of SCP-2107 are to be treated with Class A amnestics and remitted to the nearest civilian hospital for any medical care rendered necessary following exposure. Description: SCP-2107 designates a soft drink brand known as Diet Ghost TM, which displays anomalous properties when imbibed. SCP-2107 has to date only been encountered packaged by the individual can. with 3 to 7 minutes of ingestion, subjects classified as SCP-2107-A begin to experience paranormal activity that most often falls within the colloquial expectations of an individual being haunted by a ghost or other paranormal entity.
So you drink this and then you start having like the exorcism happen, dude? This sounds like a terrible drink.
Effect continues until an as of yet undetermined point in the breakdown of SCP-2107 within the subject's body, approximately 1 to 3 hours after ingestion. Research has confirmed that the intensity of the haunting effect, herein defined by the quantity of individual paranormal facets, the probability of physical harm, and the severity of said harm, is directly proportional to the quantity of SCP-2107 imbibed.
You imagine, you guys ever seen the movie Poltergeist? Can you imagine the cause of that being because you drank soda? Imagine that. That's really what actually happened. It wasn't some Indian burial ground that they disturbed and built a, neighborhood over. It's literally just because you drank some weird diet soda made of ghosts. That's literally what happened.
SCP-2107 cans are the traditional variety used for soft drinks, being uniform in design and non-anomalous in composition and behavior. The can features a light blue background with the Diet Ghost TM logo prominently featured. The catchphrase "Scare Your Thirst" appears beneath the logo. Most instances also have a sticker on the can with the text "Made with Natural Ghosts" printed on it.
Yeah,
it is unclear if cans lacking this sticker were distributed this way or if the sticker was removed before acquisition. The cans bear no nutritional information. The liquid content...
So ghosts have no nutritional information? How many calories does it, do you get when you ingest? Is this a 0-calorie drink? Is this really what Coke Zero is made out of? Are we drinking ghosts this whole time?
Are non-anomalous in chemical composition and within normal parameters for a traditional diet soft drink. Discovery. Initial discovery occurred on 05/13/2012 when 7 cans of SCP-2107 were purchased by Foundation personnel at a local supermarket in a redacted location during a routine restocking of Site-19's recreational facilities. The partial remains of T, a senior maintenance assistant at Site-19, were found inside the van requisitioned from Site-19's vehicle pool for the purposes of the trip. 2 cans...
Routine stocking of 19's recreational facilities. The partial remains of T, a senior maintenance assistant at Site-19, were found inside the van. Okay, sounds like a little more than just like a crazy little haunting that happens. It sounds like people are getting murdered after drinking this.
Were open and empty of contents when recovered. B, the junior maintenance assistant who had been assigned with T for the restocking duty, had gone back into the supermarket after having forgotten to procure a copy of the receipt of purchase for Foundation records. According to B's account, T was alone for no longer than approximately 5 minutes. A majority of
if you're an SCP staff member and you see something like this called Diet Ghosts, I would assume they probably understand that it's anomalous and they're going there to contain it. Why would you drink this? I feel like that's a bad idea.
Discoveries have occurred in convenience stores, with acquisitions from supermarkets and restaurants accounting for nearly all additional cases. Employees of retail locations where instances have been discovered have professed no prior knowledge of the product's existence, and records of inventory acquisition have shown no references to SCP-2107.
I mean, I would be curious, right? I would be curious to, experience, I guess, what, this, paranormal haunting activity would be. Although, if I had the knowledge that murder is the potential, if I, where, pieces of me will just be found and that's it, I would probably think better about drinking liquid ghost? I don't know.
Discovered have professed no prior knowledge of the product's existence, and records of inventory acquisition have shown no references to SCP-2107. SCP-2107 has now been recovered from retailers in 37 states and 2 Canadian provinces.
Could you imagine, like, someone taking this to the next level and, like, taking Diet Liquid Ghost here and, like, then putting, like a little bit of LSD or some kind of psychedelic in it too? So not only are you tripping balls, but then you also are being haunted by a ghost. Like, that would be an experience.
Production and distribution of SCP-2107 is
not condoning the use of any kind of drugs with that statement. I'm just saying that would be a hell of a prank.
Currently under investigation. SCP-2107 Abridged Experiment Logs. Level 2 Security Clearance required. Trial Number 1. Quantity of SCP-2107 ingested, 30 milliliters. Result. Duration of trial was 1 minute and 12 seconds. Subject reported audio-visual phenomena, including having her name spoken softly, shadowy figures at the edge of her vision, and a flickering of the lights within the containment chamber that was not corroborated by the recorded footage. Debriefing revealed the subject to have enjoyed the experience overall. The subject described the taste of SCP-2107 as bland but refreshing. Trial Number 6. Quantity of SCP-2107 ingested, 90 milliliters. Result. Subject experienced intermittent activity similar to the phenomena in previous experiments for over an hour before new effects presented. At 1 minute 20 seconds, the subject began to experience moderate bleeding from the nose without identifiable physical cause. Simultaneously, the recording equipment began to encounter interference of a magnetic nature that lasted for 2 minutes. This is noted as the first instance where activity was observable by non-SCP-2107-A sources in Foundation trials. The bleeding continued unabated for several minutes, causing severe distress to the subject. All effects ceased at 1 minute and 28 seconds.
Like, what? Like, are you just like drinking the Ebola virus or something like that and you just start bleeding out of every orifice? No. I'm good, brother. I'm good. I don't need to be a part of this experiment anymore.
Trial Number 07. Quantity of SCP-2107
Another 90
ingested,
milliliter.
90 milliliters. Result. Trial begins with activity patterns identical to those described by the subject in Trial 1. Subject's nose began to bleed at the 19-second mark. At 23 seconds, subject began emesis due to a combination of distress and nausea caused by the presence of their own blood. This is evaluated to be purely physiological in nature and non-anomalous. Following emesis, a majority of the activity ceased. Subject reported still having intermittent hallucinations in his peripheral vision until 48 seconds.
Yeah, this doesn't
Trial
sound very
number
Euclid.
14. Quantity of SCP-2107 ingested, 150 milliliters. Result. Subject began to experience phenomena similar to previous trials at 2 seconds, which rapidly increased in intensity. The lights in the cell are seen to flicker briefly at 16 seconds by both the subject and supervising personnel. Subject
like, are you like hooking them up to a blood transfusion while this happens? Like, you're almost doubling the amount from 90 milliliters and they were like bleeding fairly amount from their nose. Now, you're having them take double, right? Like, are they just gonna like explode and blood just fly everywhere at this point? Like,
reported the feelings of being lifted off the ground during this effect, but this is not visible in the footage. Quantity of activity is approximate to previous trials, but level of intensity is significantly higher as reported by subject. Effects began to subside at 54 seconds and had ceased entirely at 59 seconds. Subject observed taste as average but expressed difficulty in elaborating upon this description. Trial Number 31. Quantity of SCP-2107 ingested, 270 milliliters.
Is this like, did they just chug the whole can with this one?
Result: subject experienced no activity until 31 seconds, at which point all electronics within a 10-meter radius failed for approximately 17 seconds. When power returned, subject had fallen to the ground unconscious, and the trial was ended. Personnel entered the containment cell and confirmed the subject had expired. Upon autopsy, subject's body was found to be void of most major internal organs. No incision marks or signs of trauma were present.
So they like drank the whole can and ghosts just ate their insides. Cool. Cool little experiment.
Note: future experiments are suspended without authorization from staff with security clearance for 2107. Addendum 1227, 2014. Area personnel have encountered and acquired a previously undiscovered packaging variant. 15 cans were produced by a vending machine in area's cafeteria. When the machine was opened for further inspection, no anomalous properties were discovered. These new instances of SCP-2107 feature changes to the design of the background, which now features white silhouettes of tombstones, cats, and cartoonish ghouls interspersed between iterations of the logo.
So now all of a sudden one of the SCP sites has a soda vending machine that just has this stuff appearing in them. Coincidence?
Of note is the addition of new stickers to the can in the same font as the catchphrase text. These stickers include new promotional phrases including, from the makers of Ghost TM, 100% more spooky, Scaredisfaction guaranteed, and your old favorite is back. All instances of SCP-2107 from area are en route to Site-19 for containment and research trials to confirm whether their contents produce the same anomalous activity as previously recorded instances. The addition of vending machines to the list of provenance locations is under investigation, with revisions to object class and special containment procedures awaiting approval.
Yeah, for real.
I think that about does it for today. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed.
Thank you yet again, Dr. Miller, for another interesting one. And who's this written by? This article was written by Dillinger, PhD. Links are in the description of his video. Well, there you go. There you go. That was SCP-2107 Diet Ghost, Euclid Liquid Ghost SCP. I mean, it sounds like if you take just a couple little sips, you might have like an interesting kind of little trippy experience, right? You drink the whole can and you're dead. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. I mean, yeah, I hate it when my soda yanks my organs too, dude. Like, just, you know, every now and then you have a little can of Coke Zero and my bladder's gone. I don't know what happened. It just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Whoever wrote this had a blast. Yeah, that was a good one though. That was good and interesting. But I mean, right, like, it sounds a little bit more than just like a normal. It sounds a little more than just having a paranormal like experience, right? If you drink the whole thing, like, you're just dead. You're just dead. Again, like, imagine you drink some soda and then the movie Poltergeist happens to you. Like, that would be crazy. It still to me feels like this would be something that like a Wondertainment would come up with for, like, again, like a Halloween themed thing that they would do. And again, at the end with the new variation of it, the updated version with new text and graphs and new, you know, verbiage on it. It sounds like something very Wondertainment. But yeah, I mean, I guess don't drink liquid ghosts. It is very interesting to learn in the SCP universe that I guess ghosts are carbonated though. That's, you know, you learn something new every day, I guess. There was a vending machine in the SCP similar to the coffee machine that gives like interdimensional food, and I think one of the tests gave them a can of this stuff. To be honest, I'd rather have my organs getting obliterated and then drinking Diet Cokes. Like, I mean, I guess, you know. Well, there's a couple of vending machine type SCPs, yeah. So I guess this could just be like a result, yeah, of one of those like weird anomalous vending machine kind of things. So, which I mean, they did say at the end they were like kind of quarantining and awaiting, you know, procedural instructions, contained procedural instructions. So, but this was definitely an interesting one. This does seem like this would have been almost like a J variant, you know, or at least it could have been. You know, it seems like someone took like an SCP-J idea, but then decided to like, I guess, stay to the horror side of it. Maybe, I don't know, but interesting one. Liquid Ghost sounds like a new Liquid Death product. Yeah, right. Like, you know, drinking Liquid Ghost Reaper Pepper, instead you just drink Liquid Ghost. I feel like Liquid Ghost would be spicy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. You know, maybe that's actually what Baja Blast tastes like, is actually Liquid Ghost. Maybe that's what this is actually made from, you know? I don't know. But yeah, again, that was SCP-2107 Ghost Euclid Liquid Ghost SCP by the Vulcan. Links will be down below in the description, as always, to the original video, without my commentary and reaction, and to the Vulcan's channel. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video of his, please be sure to go over there and give it a like. Check out all the content on his channel. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. He makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe. Check out his Patreon. Check out any kind of membership stuff he's got going on his channel, if you would like to take your support for him to the next level. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. If you are watching the video here all the way through to the very end, it means a lot. I greatly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do so. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like and a sub, as it helps me and the channel grow. Lets the YouTube algorithm gods know that you enjoy this kind of content and that you would like to see some more. If you'd like to join us when I do these reactions live, there's a join button underneath the video, as well as a link in the description to the YouTube membership benefits and tiers that I have to offer. So yeah, if you want to take your support from my channel to the next level, you can check all that stuff out and see if it would have any interest for you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're having yourselves a wonderful day. We'll see you guys on the next